It's impossible for you to stay broke if you do what I'm about to tell you. If you follow the instructions in this video, there's no reason to believe you won't be financially successful. You are going to ball, and you're going to ball hard. Perhaps you'll be like me, balling out of control if you do this right. Let's talk about making money. I don't want you to just not be broke. I want you to get rich. And to get rich, it's not about income. It's very rare, very seldom do people get rich 100% off of income. Unless, of course, you are like a Hollywood actor. Then you get paid like millions per movie, or if you're a pro athlete or something like that, you get paid, millions per season. You're probably not going to be an A-list actor or a pro athlete. If you got that, you don't need to be watching this video. I'm talking about you. What you're going to have to do, you're going to have to get in a position where you get rich off what you own. Ownership is where most people get rich. And these are assets. So the key is to accumulate enough assets that we get rich. The main asset classes that I want you to focus on are stock market, which is stocks, ETFs, crypto, real estate, or your own business. Those are the big three categories. Because these are going to be assets that not only appreciate, but also produce income. The goal is to accumulate enough of these assets that they pay for your lifestyle. Like Jeff Bezos did not get rich from his paycheck. When they talk about Elon Musk being the richest man in the world, it's not like he's getting a paycheck that makes him the richest man in the world. It's what he owns, right? It's net worth. Very seldom are we talking about liquid money. So the goal is going to be to accumulate assets, not focus on income. However, to accumulate the assets, initially you're going to have to work really hard, because when they talk about the richest people in the world, or people who are super rich, they're not typically the people who are working the hardest, at least right now. But we're going to have to work hard to accumulate the assets. And I got a formula for you guys, a strategy. And this is exactly what I did to become a multimillionaire. And you can do it too. Again, I'm self-made, didn't inherit nothing, didn't have no advantages aside from being tall and handsome. If you are average intelligence, you can do this. Even a dummy can do this, as long as you're not like dummy. It's going to start with what I call MBA accounting. The MBA stands for never broke again. And the first thing you need to do is you need to set up 5 bank accounts. The first bank account is going to be the holding account. All your money goes into this one spot, especially if you get paid from multiple sources, if you got multiple jobs, if you got different side hustles, whatever you got going on, all of the income needs to go into this one account. At whatever cadence you feel comfortable with, it could be once a month, once a week, every day. You're going to split the money up into these other accounts. The first account is going to be your investment account. Your investment account is what you're going to use to accumulate the assets that will make you rich. Every dollar that goes in here goes towards making you more money. You're going to have another account for living expenses. Everything in this account is what you're going to live off of. If you're paying rent, it's going to be your rent, electricity bill, groceries, car insurance, child support. The next account is going to be taxes. This is where you got to pay Uncle Sam. He going to want his money. If you try to evade your taxes, they're going to put you in jail for that, man. That's how they got Al Capone. They couldn't get him for all the murders and the bootlegging the alcohol. He went to jail for tax evasion. And then the next account is what we'll call the baller account. This is the account where you're going to spend on fucking bullshit. Shit that just make fun. If you want to get a Gucci belt, if you want to go on some lavish vacations, it's going to come out the baller account. If you want a bunch of OnlyFans subscriptions, it's going to come out the baller account. If you went to like hookers and cocaine, it's got to come out the baller account. I don't advise those things, right? You want to buy yourself a new watch, jewelry. You want to get yourself some drip, it comes out the baller account. Here's the percentages from your holding account. 50% of your income needs to go into your investment account. And some of you guys may be thinking, man, I can't afford that. How am I going to do that? Shut up. You're going to watch this video and I'm going to explain it all to you. Don't even worry about it. But you put that in your investment account. But the most important thing when it comes to financial success is building up assets. That's the key. You're not going to get rich off income. If you can't get rich off income, you probably, in training camp for the NFL right now or some shit. Or you are literally playing in the NBA tonight. Or you're working on your next movie. You're going to get rich from your assets. That's what I did. I never got paid enough to be fucking rich, right? My assets got it for me. Richard Mille, assets bought it. Jewelry, assets bought it. Dope ass oceanfront condo, assets bought it. Your living expenses, you got to dwindle it down to 30%. This is all your bills. Now, here's the thing. I do not want you to start clipping coupons and imposing austerity upon yourself, right? What I want you to do is to make more. And you see, you gotta make more because you gotta invest 50% of your income. And there's a lot of different avenues for you to do this. You might have to cut your expenses some. You're doing a lot of bullshit, some shit that you don't need. cut your expenses, right? One thing I always recommend is that everybody start tracking their expenses. Track every dollar they spend, every dollar they make. We used to use something called mint.com, but they went out of business. So now we're using Monarch. I think that's the best one. There's another one called Personal Finance, which is fine, but I think Monarch is the best. They don't pay me to endorse them, but I will take the money, motherfuckers. Matter of fact, I shouted y'all out enough that I feel like y'all owe me money at this point. But anyway, once you hook up all your accounts to it, you can go back and see what you're spending money on. You can kind of see things that maybe need to be cut. For example, I was coaching this one entrepreneur, and the first thing I did was make him hook everything up to monarch.com, and we started categorizing his expenses over the last like 9 months. And he was spending so much money off bullshit. I was like, no wonder you fucking struggling, man. This motherfucker had spent like 60 grand on girls. Not like hookers, but like flying girls out, buying them shit. I was like, hey, man, you need to pull it together. Oh, he also spent a lot of money on weed, which I said, hey, man, you might want to stop that. All right, 15% goes to taxes. Here's the thing. People always get bent out of shape when I say this. 15% goes to taxes, but you got to remember, most of you guys are W-2 employees, right? So you're going to get some taxes taken out anyway. And if you're an entrepreneur, I know the tax rate is going to be like 30 something if you're making a shitload of money. Like me, it's like 30 something, almost 40%, right? That's what I'm taxed at, but that's not what I pay because we get write-offs. I don't end up paying that much, right? If I really pay over 15%, shit went wrong. But I have a lot of write-offs, whether it's video editors, employees, equipment, real estate, shit like that. So you can get your tax down. And then 5% is your baller account. As you're marching down this path, you want to be able to enjoy some of it. If you see me like buying a bunch of designer clothes and shit, all that shit comes out the baller account. Now, here's the thing. How do we live off 30% of our income? Unless you really cut your expenses down and really downsize, you're going to have to probably work more. So what I recommend is you start working 80 hours a week. The average American works about close to 40 hours a week. What we want to do is double that, because the average American works 30 hours a week. The average income somewhere around 60 grand. It stands to reason if you double that, you should be able to double your income, or at least come close to double it. Boom. And now you put the rest of that money to your investment account. And here's the thing. This is exactly what I did, because during the recession of 08, my father killed himself in 07, right before the recession of 08. I was in a position, even though I went to college, Howard University, fucking great school, top 50 business schools in the United States. I couldn't get a good job because nobody was hiring. We had record unemployment. It was the highest it had been since the Depression. So I just started fucking working more. I would wake up at like 4 a.m., train people in the morning in the gymnasium, shower at the gym. Then I work at the Prada store as a security guard. I wasn't really good at that job. I didn't guard anything or keep anyone secure. I watched motherfuckers steal shit. I was like, yeah, he got us, guys. Like, yo, Brandon, man, this guy just told something. I'm like, yeah, we got to do better next time, guys. That was before Obamacare kicked in. I ain't have insurance. That fucking $5,000 purse, that shit was insured. I had to make a decision, like, whether to lose my job or go to the hospital. I know he wants that purse more than I want to stop him. Sometimes it's not about the dog in the fight. It's about the fight and the dog, and I ain't have much fight. I ain't give a fuck. And after that, I would work for a moving company, and that was 5 days a week. And on the weekends, I woke up early, trained people in the morning. Then I was the weekend manager of a restaurant in Queens, a barbecue restaurant. I was working like 12, 14 hours a day, 7 days a week for 2 years. But I was doing the MBA accounting shit. After those 2 years, I wasn't broke, and I was able to take all that money I stacked up and invested in my business, my first business. This is what I'm telling you to do, man. You're gonna have to work more, right? That can be getting another part-time job, working on the weekends. If you need to drive Uber, if you need to fucking do food delivery, if you need to go on TaskRabbit and start motherfucking doing handyman shit. I've said this before in other videos, and people started clowning me, roasting me in the comments. And I'm like, whoa, bro. This is for people who want to get rich. If you want to live a regular life, be a regular guy doing regular shit, then then do whatever you want. That's cool, man. There's no obligation for you to have extreme financial success. I'm just telling you what it's going to take. I want to be clear. Just look at me in my eyes. I have never met someone who got rich working 40 hours a week. I don't know anybody who's done it. Even some pro athletes I know, right? Like they fucking worked on their craft round the clock until they got their first big contract in the league. Maybe they exist. I'm willing to wager I know more rich people than you, and not one of them got rich working 40 hours a week, which I just haven't seen it. If you don't want to be rich, it's cool. And if you want to type in the comments, man, but what about family and blah, 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 money's not everything. Hey, brother, why you watching videos about getting rich if it's not a priority? To spend time with your family, you should be watching parenting video, right? And this is going to be difficult if you got a bunch of kids, right? If you got like 30 kids, You know, if you want your Nick Cannon shit, this is gonna be difficult. Brother, I didn't tell you to have all them kids. I waited till I was rich to have my son. Like, my son was playing. Babe, you should have been more responsible. Who the fuck told you motherfuckers to start having kids before you was rich? You should have pulled out. That's what I would have did. Pulled out with the condom on. Because if you get someone pregnant and you pulled out with the condom on, that's Jesus. That's the second coming. That little baby gonna be somebody. He gonna save us all. Now that we got that covered, the investment account. This is the most important part of this strategy. How are you gonna allocate these resources? 3 different investments you can make. Stocks, which is the most passive. Stocks, ETFs, crypto. Then there's real estate is a good one. Real estate is cool because you get appreciation. If you're renting out the property, then you get monthly income, dividends. Or where you're gonna get the most upside is with your own business. Now, here's the thing. Your own business is the riskiest one. All investments are risky, but it has the most upside. That's why a part of investing in your own business is investing in your skill set. You want to have as many weapons in your arsenal to wage this war against poverty. But you know why most businesses fail? Because most motherfuckers just start a business. They think, hey, I'm just going to learn this shit on the fly and figure it out. You don't do that shit with anything else, right? Like, motherfuckers got to pass a test and take classes to get a driver's license. But motherfuckers just be wanting to start a business, throwing money at it. And that's why most businesses fail. Because we know it's the most risky, we need to have the most preparation. So you want to initially, your first investments in your business are probably going to be investing in yourself. Classes, maybe going back to school. Some of y'all might have to go back to college depending on what you want to do, or go to college if you're really young, or maybe courses or books. And then once you start the business, you might want to just keep investing in the business. Like 50% of your income should go back in the business. That's what I did. First, I just worked a bunch. I invested in as many programs, classes, mentors as I could. Then I started my business, and then I just kept investing in the business, because once I had got it going, you know, especially when I started spending money on ads, right? I was getting like a 2-3x return monthly on my ad spend, right? I'm not going to get that in the stock market. I'm not going to get that in real estate. So I was like, fuck it. I'm putting all my money back into the business, because that's where I was getting the highest return. And then it got to the point where I was getting so much money. Okay, now I can start doing stock market. I can start doing real estate, even alternative investments that I'm not going to talk about here, like whether it's, you know, luxury time pieces, gold. So you want to just keep investing in the business. Some people should probably just put money into a S&P 500 ETF. And it's going to take you longer to get rich. For example, let's say you put $2,000 a month into the S&P 500, which has an annual average return of 10%. If you do that for 20 years, at the end of 20 years, you have $1.3 million. If you're 23 years old, you just do that. By the time you're my age, you'll be a millionaire. You know, that's going to take a long time, right? But it's the safest route. If you want to make money faster, it's probably going to be the business. You want to get richer faster. And that's really the game plan. The key is to not raise your living expenses over 30% of your income, right? You want to keep it at 30%. So if you want to increase your standard of living, there's 2 ways you could do this. One is either increase your income so that 30% is larger, then you can get a bigger house, better car, and all that shit, or have your assets pay for them. For example, when I bought this watch, right? And when I bought it, this RM29, it was $200K. You can get it for cheaper now though. I use income I was getting from my stocks. So what I do is, I talked about it before, but I sold covered calls against my stock portfolio, and I accumulated that, and I used that to buy this, right? And I did that with like almost all my jewelry. I use money from assets to buy another asset. Does that make sense? Use assets from assets to buy assets. It's asset inception. But you don't want to increase your standard of living, right? And you also want to make sure you keep putting away that 15% for taxes. And the baller account allows you to enjoy the ride, right? You can indulge on shit. And here's the thing. The cool thing about the baller account, it actually forces you to make more money. Let's say you want to get you a Gucci shirt. Maybe this Gucci shirt costs $100 or something. You got to make $2,000. And so, all right, cool. Let me go out here and make that $2,000. But the beauty of it, because you got to put 50% in your investment account, you also were able to save $1,000. When you follow MBA accounting, buying a $100 Gucci shirt meant that you put $1,000 into your investment account, because you had to make $2,000, and you had to put 50% of that in the investment account. So it forces you to work harder. This is the key. If you can do this, you will get rich. And my first business was an online training. I started an online training business, and I built that to 7 figures. And now I teach other people how to grow their online fitness business too. If you want a free guide how you can build your online fitness business, I have a link in the description to an ebook. Basically, it's a guide that'll show you how to use AI to grow your online fitness business. And it's gonna show you how to use AI to actually train your clients. Even if you don't have experience, to show you how to train your clients so they get great results. The link is in the description. Download that now, all right?